Good morning, everyone. We are calling this special meeting of the Del Mar College Board of Regents to order at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, January 31st. I'm going to call roll to establish a quorum. David Loeb.
Here.
Rudy Garza.
Here.
Carol Scott. Libby Everett.
Here.
And Carl Krull, who we get the pleasure of swearing in as our first action item today. Before we do that, we are going to please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Please join us in reading the Del Mar College Vision Statement. Del Mar College will be the premier choice for life-changing educational opportunities provided by responsive, innovative faculty and staff who empower students to improve local and global communities. Del Mar College is streaming live audio and video from the official Board of Regents meeting on the college's website in real time, with the exception of portions of the meeting that may be considered closed session by statute. We do have an opportunity for general public comment as we start the meeting today. Is there anyone here for a general public comment? Thank you. We will now proceed with the best part of the day, which is swearing in Regent Carl Krull. Carl was not able to join us in December, and we are so glad to have you here and so glad to have you joining the Board of Regents. So I'm going to ask Jessica to come forward and if you'll come in the center, thank you, and she will swear you in. Give you your oath of office.
Yes, sir. You want to stand right there in the middle? And if you'll raise your right hand, I, please state your name.
I, Carl Krull,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I will faithfully execute the duties
of the office of Regent of the Del Mar College District
of office of Regent Del Mar College District,
of the State of Texas,
State of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution
and the laws of the United States and of this state.
and the laws of the United States and this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Would you like to say any words of wisdom as you join the board? We all got to pontificate in December, and you weren't here, so you get a few minutes to pontificate.
I'm just pleased to be able to serve the Del Mar College as a regent, and I hope I do well. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for your willingness to serve. We have just a few action items on our agenda today. We are going to start with a quick presentation and discussion of our state and federal legislative priorities. We asked for this to be on the agenda today since we were doing this called meeting. Dr. Turner and I will be heading to Washington, D.C. for the Association of Community College Trustees National Legislative Summit, where we will do some committee meetings and some training, but then also have an opportunity to go meet with members of Congress. Right now, meetings are set with Senator Cornyn and Senator Cruz as part of the Texas State delegation, and we've got a request in or trying to confirm a time to meet with our Congressman Michael Cloud. So with that, it's always helpful in advance for the board to look at those legislative priorities at the federal level and have some quick discussion and hopefully action to adopt those as a community college or Del Mar College's endorsement for that. But then also in that process, we realized that we had not done the same thing at the state level. And so we needed to formally adopt the state legislative agenda as well. In addition, it has been requested of all of the community colleges that we specifically pass a resolution in support of the Texas Commission on Community College Finance recommendations. So Mary McQueen is going to make those presentations for us today, and then I promised her she would not be on the hot seat alone, so if there are questions, hopefully Dr. Escamilla and I can answer those if there are questions. Mary, thank you for being here.
Better? All right. The Texas Association of Community Colleges and the Community College Association of Texas Trustees has legislative priorities that focus on community college finance reform. I can go into detail on each one of these, but you have information, so I'm just going to do a brief overview, and if there are questions, then we'll go deeper into them. But it's basically to move to a measurable outcome funding model. The Texas Education Opportunity Grants, that's the TEOG, we're looking to get on equal footing with the Texas grants and provide students who need financial assistance, additional assistance from the state of Texas. Can we scroll up? Whoops, hello. Cybersecurity and IT modernization, there was a requirement to do these. We're looking for utilizing one-time funds to assist community colleges to make much-needed changes for IT and cybersecurity. The clinical nursing sites, we're seeking to support addressing nursing shortages and assure that the availability for clinical nursing sites is prioritized for students from community colleges through statutory authority and through the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. And the last component is to advocate for additional statutory authority for the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board to improve implementation of the Texas Transfer Framework. Do we have any questions on that legislative agenda? Madam Chair, do you want to approve each one of these as we go through or as a slate?
Do them as a slate unless there's a reason to separate them out.
Will do. The second piece is, hello. There we go. The second piece is the resolution of support, which is basically a resolution that we would file with TACC and CCATT, thank you. Whole lot of acronyms going on here today. And it basically says we are going to support the recommendations that come out of the Texas Commission on Community College Finance. Any questions on the resolution? Augie, do I need to read the resolution? Okay.
That has been provided. I mean, not this one.
Excellent. Then moving on, we do have the green sheet from ACCT and AACC, which is the federal legislative priorities, going from the role of community colleges and workforce, funding key education workforce programs, supporting Dreamers, reform for student aid, for today's students, focus on student tax policy and the Farm Bill and SNAP. Any questions?
I'll just say on the federal legislative agenda, it is a broad agenda, and ACCT recognizes that in this broad agenda, there are specific points that we talk to specific legislators about, or congressmen and senators about, depending on what committees they're on and depending on their seniority and their level of interest. And so we focus on things that we know are supported by those senators and some things that we know are not, but depending on where it's moving in committee in both the House and the Senate, then we not pick and choose, but we emphasize different pieces of the federal legislative agenda, again, based on those committee assignments and that leadership interest. So that we have always adopted this as a whole and not parsed out any specific segments of it. If there are no questions on this, then I would entertain a motion to adopt the state and federal legislative agendas as presented and to adopt the resolution in support of the commission recommendations as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Loeb and Ms. Averett. Are there any other questions about the motion or about the presentation today? Is there any public comment on this motion? Seeing none, all those in favor of adoption of the motion as presented, please raise your hand. Any opposed, same sign. That motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much, Mary. See, I told you we would not be too rough on you.
Thank you, and I just wanted to point out that Del Mar Day at the Capitol is coming up, and you have your save the date, so I hope you'll put on your calendar. It's just going to be a great way to showcase what Del Mar does for workforce and for the state of Texas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Delia has sent out some information regarding that and travel arrangements, et cetera. So if you are interested in attending, please make sure that you coordinate with Delia. She does have some rooms blocked out for us that she'll have to release soon. So if you are interested in traveling to that, please let us know and we can get you a room the night before. On the legislative topic, I just wanted to report that Dr. Escamilla and I and Mary have been, and Delia have been back and forth at the Capitol a couple of times since the session started. We have good news in that the funding portion of the community college request was included in the base budget. We had heard that that was going to happen, so the additional $650 million over and above our current allocation was included in both the Senate and House versions of the base budget that was moved forward. So we're feeling very good about those initial signals, again, from leadership support. We've not yet seen the draft bill. The draft bill for the commission recommendations is still not been released as of this morning. Representative Van Dever is going to carry it in the House, and Senator Creighton is going to carry it in the Senate. We had the opportunity to visit with Representative Van Dever last week, and he is waiting with bated breath, as are the rest of us. So if you're up in Austin and wanting to, whether it's for Corpus Christi Day or Coastal Bend Day, or obviously for Del Mar College Day, we'll have some opportunities to brief you on the latest action on those bills as we move forward. But we're very excited about where we stand today, and again, all indications are still supportive. I don't know if you've heard anything different, Dr. Escamilla.
No, ma'am, Madam Chair, that's exactly right. The way you described it is exactly where we are today. It is a minute-by-minute process, as you all know, how these things will evolve, and we will be watching it minute by minute. It will not stop, and we will be getting phone calls before, during, and after the working hours and into the weekend and so forth as they churn away. So stay tuned, and I remain at the ready while our team is headed to the federal level of discussions. I will be at the ready here and am in constant contact with the association and the leadership there to zip on up to Austin on a moment's notice. And that's all I have to say.
Great, thank you, sir. Thank you. Our next item on the agenda is related to the at-large vacancy. At this time, we are actually going to go into closed session and then come back out and take action after our closed session. So if you would allow me to please read the closed session language before we recess the meeting. We're going to go into closed session under Texas Government Code 551.071 regarding pending or contemplated litigation or a settlement offer with possible discussion and action in open session, and the seeking of legal advice from counsel on pending legal or contemplated matters or claims with possible discussion and action in open session, and under Texas Government Code 551.074 regarding the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, including appointment to fill at-large regent vacancy with possible discussion and action in open session. And the time is 11:14 a.m. All right, the board has come back from closed session at 12:02 p.m. I first want to express our thanks to the applicants. We've got a great group of applicants to fill the at-large regent vacancy, and we're so pleased with individuals who want to support the college in this way. We have, however, narrowed down the individuals that we are going to interview, and I'm going to ask, those interviews will take place on Tuesday, February 13th, in open session in the morning, and we'll have the exact start time shortly. But I'm going to ask Dr. Adami to please make the motion. Tuesday, the 14th. I said the 13th. I apologize. Thank you very much for that correction. Tuesday, the 14th of February. Thank
Madam
you.
Chair, I would like to make the motion to interview the top three candidates that we would like to interview.
And those would be Mr. Julio Reyes, Ms. Denise Villagran, and Dr. Anantha Babali.
Yes.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Krul. Any discussion on that motion? Is there any public comment on the motion? If not, the board will vote to interview, has agreed to interview Mr. Julio Reyes, Ms. Denise Villagran, and Dr. Anantha Babali. All those in favor, please say aye, or raise your hand. Raise your hand, great. Any opposed, same sign. That motion passes unanimously. We have no other business before the board today. Thank you all for being here for this called meeting, and the board is adjourned at 12:03 p.m.